Alright, good morning guys and welcome to this week's artist vlog. It was a huge week last week. I turned 30, which was absolutely amazing. Anyway, back in the studio this week, actually getting some work done. The first thing that I wanted to show you guys is a bit of an unboxing, unpackaging, if you will. I ordered a whole bunch of new art supplies from the art shop where my friend Liz works. Hi Liz. I haven't had a chance to open it because I was so busy last week, so just thought I would share that with you guys so you can see all the goodies that I got. I'm very excited. Whew. Okay, first up we have oil painting mediums. So basically, I've only ever used liquid as an oil painting medium. I've only been oil painting for about 18 months, so it's still very new to me. And I've only ever used terps as a solvent. All of my oil painting friends have always suggested to me all different things that I should be using. And it's kind of scary when you're first starting out. Switching from acrylics to oils was a huge learning curve for me, as there's so much more involved with oil paint than acrylic paint. Anyway, I didn't want to have to commit to buying a medium or a solvent and then trying it and then not liking it. So what I've done is I've purchased this Gaffney, essentially a sample pack that I found, which I was pretty stoked to find. So it's got some, you know what, let's open it up. So this is some refined safflower oil, which I've seen a lot of YouTube artists using, so I thought it would be good to give that a go. So that's actually from Langridge, not from Gaffney, so they've snuck that into my pack as well. Some warm white from Gaffney. I normally only use titanium white simply because that's just what has been available to me. But I wanted to try some warm white because normally with my titanium white, the first thing I do is warm it up a tint anyway. So I may as well have that pre-mixed. And this is my titanium white. I just wanted to order some more of it. Even though I've got the warm white, I think it's really good to have a titanium white. Next up, what do we got here? Gaffney solvent-free gel. Oil painting medium. So that sounds pretty cool. I'm gonna have to do some sort of painting that's exclusively for testing all of these mediums, just in case I use them wrong. Here we go. This is the Gaffney Light, which I'm excited to test. Speeds drying time and retain brush strokes. Apply thinly. Yeah, I'm excited to try that. Next up, Neo Meglip or Medglip. I'm not sure how you say that. McGill. I know my friend Kyle recommended this to me. It's a really thick, so you can see that it's not liquidy at all. I'm very excited to try that. I'm not sure how that'll go with my style of painting. We've got Gamsol. So this is one of the main ones that I hear about other artists using, and one of the ones that I did want to try. And it's odorless, which is one of the main things that I wanted to change from what I'm using so far, especially with the terps, that odors are And here we go. This is the refined linseed oil, which is obviously a classic, and I've never used it, which is one of the standard things that oil painters use, and I've never used it, so it'll be good to give that a try. And then this is the cold wax medium, which looks super interesting because it makes the paint thicker, which is not something that I do. I apply paint pretty thinly, so I'm excited to have a play with this and maybe get some more textures happening. Lastly in this pack, this is just an X-Acto knife because I'm going to be cutting out a lot more prints and needed some new blades. And this, which is GAC 100, which is pretty much just a primer. My friend Liz recommended this to prime my boards and have the wood texture still showing through, so there you go. That was everything in my pack. I'm pretty stoked. I think whenever you get new art supplies, it's kind of I'm just excited to try them all. And I've got so many new painting ideas as well that I'm just waiting to create. So I feel really reinvigorated and renewed and excited about what I'm doing with my art business at the moment. And next up on my to-do list in the studio today is to get my Stanley knife rebladed with a fresh blade, and then I'd love to cut out some prints that I ordered the other week, and then I have some little frames that I want to put them in, and hopefully they look awesome. So now that I've got my new blade in my knife, I'm going to start cutting up this big sheet of prints that I got, and there's all different shapes and sizes, and mostly the idea is that I'm going to be putting them into different little frames that I find, and they're going to be available to purchase at a market that I'm doing, I think, in about a month. Yeah, just a local market, and I wanted to try some more experimental products rather than what I have on my website and see how they go down in person. So yeah. All of my prints are cut out. I'm pretty stoked with how they look. There's something about mini prints that just does it for me. They're just like these cute little, I don't know, it's like condensing all the hard work of a painting into something so small and precise and delicate, and it just, I don't know, it's really fun. It turns out that of all the little frames that I have lying around, only 2 of them could fit the sizes of prints that I got, so it's always learning. It's always learning, but I'll have to go out and buy a few more mini frames to fit all these little dudes in before this market that I'm doing. So yeah, if you are interested, I will drop the market details in the description so that if you've spotted something you like, you can come and grab it. These are kind of like, yeah, pretty cheap frames. They're not custom made, but I thought that they were pretty cool. I've seen a few artists using this kind of transparent effect, which I find there's something very cool about just seeing the artwork floating and not having that white border around it. I think is really, really cool. So much of an artwork is how you frame it and how you present it and where you hang it up in your house. I like to give people some different ideas about framing options, because I did used to work at a custom framing place, so I do get a little bit more excited than I should about framing. Okay, so next on my to-do list for today, I'm going to be priming a whole bunch of boards that I've had sitting around waiting to get a painting on them. Normally when I order my custom made boards from my supplier, they're primed, so they look like they have a timber finish, but it has a transparent prime over it, so that if I want to leave sections of the timber showing through, I can do that. So I've got 5 boards here today that need to be primed. I ordered my GAC 100 as advised by my friend Liz from the art shop, so I'm going to be using this today and applying a coat so that I'll be able to paint on these boards. Alright, these are all primed up and ready to go. I'm just going to leave them here to dry and then I'll be able to start painting on them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. If you'd like to see more of my original artworks as well as prints, jewellery and more, please head to my website
Also, feel free to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and all the other socials. Bye!